What's going on, y'all? You already know the vibes, you already know what's going on. But yeah, dropping another vid today. Make sure y'all leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all that. You already know the vibes. Sway gang in the building. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. But let's get right into the video. So there's been a lot of talks, a lot of moves. Free agency has not been as we thought it would. Like, there's been a lot of moves. People were saying, oh, it's the weakest free agency class ever. Or they'll be like, there's not that much talent. And we can obviously debunk that right now, because that was not the case by any stretch of the words, by any stretch of the meaning. And one of those teams, even though it's not my favorite team, shout out to Miami Heat, gang. But one of the favorite teams I've seen throughout this whole entire free agency run, and they look like they could be very dark horse contenders, mainly in the East, and I'm talking about the Atlanta Hawks. All right, the Hawks, they haven't really had that great of a storied franchise. I mean, I know a little bit about in the 60s. I'm thinking that they had George Mikan or some guy leading their team in like the early 50s and 60s. And then they had Dominique Wilkins, and I remember Doc Rivers played on the team. But other than that, no. I do not know another person that's led this team that good. The Hawks won 60 games, led by a crew of Al Horford. They had DeMar Carroll. I remember they had Kent Bazemore. Of course, pretty sure Dennis Schroeder was on that squad. And they also had Paul Millsap and Kyle Korver. 4 All-Stars that ultimately got destroyed by the greatest of all time, LeBron James. But that's a topic for another day. That's a topic for another day, y'all. But yeah, let's talk about the Hawks. Now, the Hawks, they're looking very interesting. All right, obviously, they have a generational talent in Trae Young, who not many people have been noticing. He can be a top 5 point guard of all time. He has that potential. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but this guy Trae Young can shoot not just from 3, very good, but from the logo. He can shoot from the logo. This man Curry was not pulling from the logo in his second year in the league. He was around his 6th or 7th year in the league when he was pulling from half court. Trae Young is in his 2nd year. Imagine Trae Young 5 years from now. That is a scary thought. And not only that, but they also have Bogdanović. Right? Now Bogdanović, he is a great shooter, a solid ball handler. And not only that, but this guy, he can space the floor and add some more needed shooting that the Hawks so desperately needed. And not only that, they have Danilo Gallinari, of course. Then they also have John Collins and Clint Capella. They lost Alex Len, but that really won't matter. He was a solid big man, but that's not what this team needs. I'm just wondering, why would they draft Onyeka Okongwu, even though that was a great pick? Why would you draft Onyeka Okongwu when you already have a guy who has all-star potential and John Collins? I just don't see that. John Collins, he's getting better as a defender. I mean, he's a solid shooter. You know what I mean? This guy has potential to be an all-star in this league. But I mean, they probably see something on Yeka. Or maybe because he played for the Ball brothers. Maybe that's why he's so high on everyone's list. Who knows? Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, this Hawks team looks serious. And not only that, look at their bench. They just got Chris Dunn, who was a pretty good defender. And he adds some more veteran presence on this team. Rajon Rondo, future Hall of Famer, NBA champion for the Lakers and the Celtics. This was a beautiful signing, and it was only 2 years, $15 million. And they still have Cam Reddish, Onyeka Okongwu off the bench, and they also have DeAndre Hunter with other rotational players on that team. And let's not forget, they also have Lloyd Pierce, a coach that stresses defense, and a coach that wants the best out of his team. Now that we know all of this, why do I think they're going to be good? Why? Well, let's just look at it this way. This team has potential. They have a guy who's already a future all-star, surrounded with pretty well thought out pieces. They have a veteran point guard in Rajon Rondo ready to lead him and teach Trae Young how to have proper basketball IQ and grow him as a more smarter player on the court and add to his skills. They had some much needed shooting with the Bogdan man. The Bogdan man. And they also got Danilo, as you already said. And then they also have John Collins, Clint Capella. But why do I think they could be contenders? Because most of these East teams, they're not really full out. They don't have full rosters. And you could easily punch holes and find weaknesses on their court. Now let's just talk about them. Let's just talk about it. All right. As of right now, including the Hawks, who I have making the playoffs, guaranteed in the East are these other 5 teams. Celtics, led by Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. The Heat, led by Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and the emerging Tyler Hero, along with great bench pieces they got in the offseason. The Sixers, with Simmons and Embiid, of course, along with their plethora of shooters. And they also have the Brooklyn Nets, of course. And of course the Bucks. Come on now. You really think that Giannis is about to miss the playoffs? Definitely not. So that's 6 teams. To round out the East, I honestly think that LaMelo Ball and the Hornets could. But yeah, we have that. Why do I think the Hawks will win? They just have a fully fleshed out roster. They have a team that's ready to compete, a team that's ready to win, a team that's ready to fight, and a team that's doing whatever they have to do to not be one far too short of the greatest. All right. Let's look at how they match up with the Bucks. The Bucks, they obviously have a generational talent who you cannot teach his size and abilities. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan. He can literally jump out the gym. Lineup, they might have to put up Onyeka, John Collins, and Clint Capella to build a wall, and then add maybe Chris Dunn and Trae Young, or Chris Dunn and Rajon Rondo. Even though the Bucks have a more advanced offense, they might have a more advanced offense, but let's just be real here. The Hawks, they have more shooting. And the amount of plays that Rajon Rondo and this new coach, Lloyd Pierce, can run is insurmountable to their future success. The Sixers, they have a good team. They have great defense and great shooters. But honestly, it's going to be coming down to a match of which team wants it more. The Sixers, they're a great team. They have 2 All-Stars. Maybe one of them can make the Hall of Fame if they just keep healthy. But listen, let's just not act like the Hawks don't have the shooters, man. They got the shooters. They just have to keep working, keep staying in the gym, grow the chemistry, and the sky's the limit for them. 100%. The Miami Heat, they could beat, but man, Miami is just way too deep. Even though they lost Jay Crowder, I mean, this team is still incredibly deep. And they have guys who've been to the finals and know what it's like to play LeBron James. They have a guy like Jimmy Butler, who's a dog on both ends of the court and does whatever he needs to win. And then there's also the Celtics. The Celtics' biggest weakness right now is honestly the big man position. I remember they signed, what's his name? I'm pretty sure that they signed Jeff Teague. And they signed Jeff Teague and they also signed Tristan Thompson. But is that really enough? Like Tristan Thompson, he hasn't been that great of a big man since 2016. He's been average at best. If the Hawks could have nice pick and roll options, as well as getting Trae Young to be more efficient from 3 while being smarter, running like a Golden State Warriors offense, then we could have the Hawks maybe steamrolling through the Celtics. As their bench from right now, it's good, but the Hawks are a much deeper team, especially defensively. And the Nets. The Brooklyn Nets, I honestly think they're going to tear apart. Their play styles between Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, I just don't think they're going to mix together. I should probably make a video on that later too. This man Kyrie Irving, great ball handler. I don't know if he's just a leader, but yeah, I honestly think that they could beat the Brooklyn Nets. They have the size and everything, but do they have the leadership? But yeah, these are one of my reasons why I think that the Hawks are a dark horse next year. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that, you feel me? You already know I'm gonna go crazy for the rest of 2020 and 2021. Come on now, we can't let 2020 win because 2021. Make sure you subscribe, comment down below what you want me to post next, and come on now, join the Swayway gang. You already know the vibes. I'm out of this place. Peace.